Before we get started, let's give our usual welcome to my assistant, Sal Moreland!
Yeah, thanks, Trish. Where's my usual boss and why am I stuck with you?
She told you she was going out of town, Sal.
I don't think so, Trish, because had she, I'd have left town with her. You always try to outdo your sister, and it always ends up in a big disaster. Always.
I've got it all under control. It's gonna be great, Sal. Hey, first of all, I would like to give a great big thanks to my sister Francie for letting me host the show while she's out of town on location. Anyway, when I found out I was hosting the show, I developed a special project just for today.
Great. That normally means grab your safety glasses and have your fire extinguisher nearby. So, what's so special about today, Trish?
Well, Sal, let me just fill you in here. I'm going to bring these guys up to speed and bring you along with me, if you can make it. All right, so about a year ago, okay, this show, I heard all about it, was flooded, inundated with letters, emails, all kinds of stuff from our viewers, phone calls. It was pretty amazing. They were all dealing with this one massive plumbing water situation. It was horrible. And it was at this ladies' convention. It was in Michigan. Oh, knew I'd forget the name of that.
I don't think so, Trish. I don't think so. It was one lady, one postcard about a common water problem in a tiny town called Scotts, Michigan.
Scotts? I knew that was the name of that place. Scotts, Michigan. Anyway, who's paying attention to details? I'm pretty sure it was a letter, not a postcard.
No.
And I'm also sure there were two ladies that signed it. So, anyway, with us today, we have a special guest from the convention in that big city. And I would like you all to please give a big welcome.
Thanks for having me here.
We are so glad that you're here today, and you can give us a little insight into this project that we're going to be working on today. So,
I sure can.
Can you fill us in on, the events that took place at that convention in that big city?
Sure. I can tell you. It was awful. It was awful. I'm a pretty tough cookie, but this one really shook me up. It really did. I'm doing a lot better, though, after some therapy, medication. But let's see if I can get through this. It was January 2010, and everything was going really well. The church was ready. The ladies were arriving, chatting, having a good time. First session, going really well. But then after that first session, that is when things started to fall apart. Because when the ladies were dismissed from that first session, because, between you and me, that Rachel Harrison, she can be a bit long-winded. All of the ladies were headed for the ladies' bathroom, all at the same time. Picture this with me, the frenzy as this mob of ladies heads towards the ladies' restrooms, all of them American ladies.
Let's focus on the problem. Tell us, how many bathrooms are on the premises?
Okay, well, there are 4.
Okay.
There are the 2 ladies' rooms.
All right.
And then there's the men's room that they use, you know, for the men who are helping serve. And then we have our conversion bathroom.
Conversion bathroom? Is that like a conversion van?
I don't think so, Trish. Go on, Cindy.
Well, we need as many facilities for the ladies as possible, and so we just changed the sign, and the ladies get very creative, and they put a pretty basket on the counter with some sweet-smelling things in it, you know, body sprays, lotions, things like that. Maybe add a little flowers, and then they just, you know, add some ivy. They just
Where do they
They
put
just
ivy?
put it there. Then just-
Where?
I think she's trying to tell you they put them in your house.
Oh. And those ladies fall for that?
Our pastor's wife really likes it.
Okay. Cindy, what was the actual problem that occurred?
Well, I will go into the facts, but I'll tell you, it's pretty traumatic, and some of the flashbacks just kind of get to me, so bear with me.
Wait, Cindy. Why don't we just take a quick break and we'll have a commercial from our sponsor, Boynton Tools.
Sure.
Are you looking for tools? Well, search no more. Stop by the Boynton Tool Shop today, right here. We've got some great tools like The Comforter Has Come by Dr. Jack Trieber. Or how about Living in an Imperfect World by Dr. Willett. And of course, my personal favorite, God's Ideal Woman by Kathy Lewis. Hurry in today for this mega one-day sale event happening right here at the Boynton Bookstore. Limited availability, tax, license, and insurance not included. Boynton Bookstore, the right tool for every occasion.
Hey, welcome back to Tool Time. And in case you just joined us, I'm Trish, the Tool Gal Taylor. This is my assistant, Sal. We're still not sure what she does. And our guest, Cindy, was just filling us in on some pretty horrific events. And we're going to try to help her out.
Well, we left off. We were talking about a mass of ladies, all in the ladies' room at the same time. And that's when it happened. No water. No water. No toilets were flushing. No hand washing. No anything. I mean, we had a crew of people discreetly trying to work on the problem, but nothing was working. All of the ladies are there, and nothing's working. Some ladies were late to the next session, and some ladies never even made it at all. I mean, things were torn up. Things weren't working. It was awful. It was just a mess. It was just a horrible thing.
We cannot have this.
Nope.
This is serious.
Yep.
You know, let me just summarize in case some of our audience members haven't quite gotten it. So really, I think what Cindy's trying to say here, from what I understand, is that there were a number of ladies who wanted to powder their noses, but ended up with no place to go-ses. and then there was that one lady with a wrinkle who ended up with no place to tickle. Okay, and then there were these women.
We do not need any more of your celebration. Look, I do believe it says right here, yes, there was simply an overload on the system because right here, the tanks are standard issue. Standard issue.
Yeah, I know.
And it is clear to a professional, not her, that it takes a precise amount of time for the tanks to fill. And with all the ladies flushing and flushing and flushing and rushing around and trying to get to the thing, it does not lapse for the required fill time.